Hey everybody, today we are going to be making some buttercream. So I'm starting off with 2 cups of butter, so it's 4 sticks. If you're using raw butter, then you'll have to measure that out, 2 cups. But I'm using store butter, unsalted, 2 sticks. The reason I'm doing that is because I don't want my icing to be crazy yellow, because like my cream makes my raw cream makes our butter super yellow. So anyways, but it's kind of up to you. My icing is actually, some of it's going to be yellow, some going to be orangish, but I don't know exactly what hue it's going to come out, because I am going to put some food coloring in and I just don't want it to get kind of weird. So anyways, that's the butter I'm going to use. Since this is buttercream, this is the heavy cream I'm going to use. It's just skimmed off the top of some milk. This is actually 3/4 of a cup roughly, but I'm only going to use around half, give or take. So then I've got some vanilla. You can also use the clear if you don't want it to affect the color of your icing. I've got a little bit of salt. I'll just put a sprinkle in there, and then we're going to put half a cup of heavy cream skimmed off the top of raw milk. I'm gonna use half in this one, but I've got 3/4 because I'm actually gonna make more in a minute that's gonna be chocolate. But anyways, the reason this is all out is because you want it all to be room temperature. You want your vanilla room temperature, you want this room temperature, otherwise it's not gonna mix well because it'll be too cold. You want your butter to be completely soft, and I found that it's best to use this immediately, like make it when you need it. But you can freeze it, especially the chocolate. For some reason it does kind of well frozen. I'm gonna use 32 ounces, which is pretty much a whole bag. If you have this recipe, then you'll use 16 ounces, 1/4 cup, 1 teaspoon, a sprinkle of salt, and 2 sticks of butter, or a cup of butter. But for me right now, I'm gonna double it, so I'm making 2 cups of butter, a 32-ounce bag of powdered sugar, 2 caps of vanilla, a sprinkle and a half, I guess, of salt, and half a cup of heavy cream. So let's get started. And now we are going to sift our powdered sugar and then add in half at a time. Okay, now we're going to add in our heavy cream. Sprinkle of salt. And a little bit of vanilla. Okay, now we're going to put in the rest of our powdered sugar. Obviously it's looking rough, but that's because all of our wet stuff is in that first bit of powdered sugar. Now we're going to throw in the last bit, and you'll really see it come together. So we're just going to add about a cup at a time until we get to the consistency we want. We may not use all of it, but we probably will get close. And so now I think this is a good consistency. If it's a little dry, you can add a little bit of milk to it. If it is a little too wet, you can add more powdered sugar. But I really think this is like perfect consistency for icing a cake. Ooh, yeah, it's delicious too. Okay, let's get icing. So I have everything separated out in 2 bowls. There's a tiny cake on top that will be so there's a tiny cake on top that's just for my daughter, and then this one is, I'm making a birthday cake by the way, and then this one will be for the main cake that everybody will share. So I'm gonna try to match this color to Bingo, because she loves Bingo, to the yellow in Bingo, and then I'm gonna try to match this color, sorry, to the orange, this mid orange in Bingo, and then this one I'm gonna try to match to the yellowish in Bluey. Shouldn't take much because that one's already pretty yellowy or creamy. So we're gonna see how it goes. It might be ugly, but we're gonna do our best. I mean, it's a 3-year-old, so she'll like it because it'll have Bingo on it anyways. Whew. Now that we've made a mess, we're gonna go ahead and make some chocolate buttercream. Same recipe, except I'm halving it. I just need a little bit of the chocolate. It's gonna go in between my layers. The only difference in that recipe and the one for the regular buttercream is that I'm probably gonna substitute a little bit of the powdered sugar for cocoa powder, probably about half a cup. And you just kind of need to, towards the end, put in your, at the beginning, put in your half a cup of cocoa, and then towards the end, you're not gonna probably use your whole 16 ounces of powdered sugar. So just hold a little bit at the end just in case you don't want it to be too dry.